And I'm also studying for the bar exam right now.
Really?
Yep. And I got my real estate license.
How do you find enough time to take on all these pursuits?
Because I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm working on my clothing right now.
Right.
So I actually made something for you.
Yeah, I heard about that. We're gonna bring that out momentarily. But so
I custom worked on something for you last night and today.
So you're a real renaissance man. Like, you're pursuing all kinds of different stuff. Do you feel like the drama that you've been kind of wrapped up in sort of takes some of the attention off of what are legitimate creative pursuits?
Let me explain something to you. I made $4.9 million off of real estate this year. I made $200,000 off of music, and I have to sue Sony Records and Steve Zapp.
Because you're still under contract with them?
No, because they owe me about $400,000
from way back in the day.
From the Love album that I just produced that went gold and platinum in 20 countries.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm 2 for 2. So if we're gonna talk 6ix9ine, just like he said to you, I'm 2 for 2.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, Fool's Gold was on Top 40 Radio.
Okay.
All right. Sooner or Later, Top 40 Radio. Sooner or Later has 100 million streams on it. Just on Spotify.
How have you kept the fan base so engaged after all these years?
It's crazy because my demographic, because I manage myself. I'm my own publicist. I negotiate my own contracts.
Wow.
I file my own taxes. My credit score is 720. I own a house. I'm buying a second home. I'm moving. Now I have to move because of all these crazy ass fucking BSB fans that are trying to protect Nick Carter from being who he is Harvey Weinstein.
Whoa, you think he's the Harvey Weinstein?
He is a fucking Harvey Weinstein. And he's going down. Down by the tabletop.
Do you think it's likely that there will be actual charges and that he'll face repercussions in court of law?
Now it's up to the FBI.
They're investigating him?
I did what I could. The police, bro, I got all the police report documents.
So that's why you related to 6ix9ine, is because you snitched on your brother to the feds?
I ain't snitching.
Is it snitching? No. I ain't snitching.
No, what I'm doing is I'm letting everybody know that what happened is that I endured abuse. When I was 10 to 13 years old, I was molested and raped by my sister who died from overdose, Leslie.
Wow.
She raped me from 10 to 13 because she had bipolar.
So you went to the funeral and he didn't, even though you were the one who endured the abuse? Did she rape him as well?
Did he rape her, you mean?
Or did she rape him as well?
Nick?
Yeah.
No, Nick's our older brother. He's the oldest of the family. You kidding me?
Oh, okay. So
fuck you up.
But you were younger, so she could, yeah.
Yeah. Nick will fuck you up.
Wow.
Not
you
me,
went
though.
to the funeral because that's really interesting. I was just hearing some people have that conversation. Would you go to Epstein's funeral if you were his friend?
No.
You wouldn't?
No. I wouldn't go to Nick's funeral.
But what about her? Like, what was the difference between her that she did something so horrific to you and that you could just forgive?
With who?
With the Leslie.
That I can forgive?
Yeah, that you
because
were able to
she
go
made
to the
amends
funeral.
to me before she died and said, I'm sorry that I did what I did to you.
Okay.
So that's my sister. And she also has a daughter, Alyssa, that's 5 years old, and I have to protect that, but I have to also speak my truth because it's what helps me with my aftercare of being 2 years sober.
Right.
So people might not consider this sober, but fuck you, because I'm an advocate for weed, and it actually helps me stay off of huffing duster because I was huffing dusters.
How did you get into duster? Actually, let's go all the way back. Oh, she's the one who got you
Leslie's
into that.
the one that got me into huffing.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's
like 16.
one that never even crossed my mind. But is that a really short high? Like, it only lasts for a minute or two?
It lasts for like 20 seconds, and you hallucinate.
And then you gotta do it again?
Get fucked up. It's it's fucking terrible.
Compared to doing whippets.
10 times stronger.
10 times stronger.
Maybe
really.
maybe 1,000 duster cans.
But you just are going through these cans all day, every day, just getting fucked.
Well, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
What were you mixing it with?
Nothing.
You weren't doing Xans and all this other stuff.
Oh no, I was mixing it with Xans and everything. Yeah.
So when did you get addicted to opiates? How did that start?
I never got addicted to opiates.
Okay.
So I got punched in the jaw by my drummer.
Yeah. How did that happen? That was 2017.
Yep.
Okay.
So you heard about that?
Yeah.
So I got punched in the jaw, and he broke my jaw in 3 places. Because
why did he do that?
Why did he do that? Because we were doing a charity gig for a little girl, and we're cool now. Petey Pete, my drummer, we're cool now. But I mean, he took $3,000 because Sony wasn't paying him.
Okay.
And so there was a $30,000 deal for an event for a girl with cancer and who was gonna die in like 2 weeks. And the father hired us, me and my drummer, to come perform for her. And during sound check, I'm sitting in the car, and they said, and Petey told me the number was 27.5. And I was like, that's a weird number. It don't make sense. So I'm sitting in the car, and I'm like, with the dad, me and Petey, and I go, oh yeah, it was for 30,000, right? And the dad goes, yeah. So I looked at Petey, and right away I knew he stole. So then we went and did the sound check, and I was like, fuck, I gotta stop the sound check. And I take him outside, and I'm like, listen, man, like, you stole $3,000, right? He's like, yeah, you know what the fuck you gonna do about it? Like, and I'm like, what do you mean, PD? Like, I've known you since I was 11 years old. You taught me how to drum. Like, you've been my drummer, doing my arena tours and my stadium tours since I was 11 years old, and we've been drumming together. Why would you do that to me? I said, all you had to do is ask. If you needed money or something, I would give you double the amount.
Right.
Like, all you had to do was ask. Why would you do that? Oh, because they didn't fucking pay me. And I said, well, you know what? Listen, after this, because you lied to me, you stole from me, I can't work with you right now. I need to take a break. So I turn around, walk away, boom, he sucker punches me, and then I wake up in an ambulance, and then I wake up in the hospital.
What the fuck?
So and then my jaw's broken in 4 places, and then he flees Washington D.C. And then goes back to Chicago, and then it gets away because the cops were looking for him, and then they gave me the opiates, the oxycodone then because my jaw was broken, and then I obviously I was taking Xanax too, but I wasn't mixing them together ever because my sister had died from this. I would never do that. Like, I know how to space them out correctly so that you don't fucking little peep this shit. Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah, I'm off now though. Like, I'm off of Xanax now. All I take is Seroquel for my sleep.
Right.
And just like a mood stabilizer. And then I take gabapentin because it helps with the serotonin receptors from the huffing.
Right.
So it's repairing my brain. And then I take fish oil and hydroxyzine.
That good fish oil. That shit will get you fucked up. I've spent many a night off the fish oil.
Yeah. So, basically, there's a lot of drama, but that's not what the narrative needs to be, Adam. The narrative needs to be is that, like, I'm one of the dopest fucking producers in the game. I was not credited for selling almost 2 million records on an album that I produced that has like literally 350 million streams total. And I have 17 plaques coming. Right. On their way right now, like 17, bro.
Really?
Yes,
what
17
do you even do
plaques.
With that many plaques, you don't have to get the plaques, right? Like, if you don't want them, you just don't
want them. No, this was like, I lost all my plaques from when I was younger, and that was the only thing because I sacrificed my whole.
How'd you lose it?
My mom or somebody in my family sold them.
Really?
Yeah, and then I went back to my dad's house and I got all his stuff and like all the stuff that like. So my dad sold the estate. I told him to get out of New York, and then he went to Florida in a tour bus that was mine, right? And then he died down there mysteriously and was cremated the next day.
Wow!
And that day, the divorce papers arrived for him divorcing my stepmom.
Wow.
So, and he was getting away from her because he was 60 years old and she was going to all these crack houses and up in upstate New York and smoking crack, and he was having to go fight like 6-7 people and beat their asses.
Whoa.
And pull his wife out of the fucking crack houses.
So is this the kind of stuff you remember from your childhood?
No, I wasn't there for this.
Okay.
This was like in like the last like 10 years. I've been estranged from my whole family since I was about 15.
Right.
So that's why it's kind of like contradictory that, and like a little bit not contradictory wouldn't be the word. It's more so ironic that it's going down the way it's going down,
Right. So take me all the way back because I'm a little bit ignorant. Did you have a pretty average childhood before the fame came into the picture, before your brother blew the fuck up?
No, because people don't realize that I sold 1 million records a year after Nick joined the Backstreet Boys.
So it was only a year before that happened, because I feel like the way that a lot of people assume is that he blew up and then they were like, okay, let's give this
They
other
blew
kid
up
a
in
shot.
96. I blew up in 97.
Okay.
And then I toured with them in 98, and that was the last time I ever did anything with the Backstreet Boys. And the last, listen to this fucked up shit. The only time the Backstreet Boys ever came up to me ever again after 1998 was when I was doing Dancing with the Stars, and all 5 of them showed up. Oh, why are you guys here? We're promoting a new album. So they showed up, and they ended up doing like 3 shows, like three songs, performances on Dancing with the Stars,
while
because
you were there?
They were pretending like they were my family while I was blowing up with 22 million ratings, and I had the biggest season ever. Any show that I do, The Doctors, WeTV, anything that I touch is the biggest.
Really?
Watch this be your biggest interview.
Right.
Just like 6ix9ine said to you.
I believe it.
No, watch.
No, he said that at the Breakfast Club.
He said,
he wasn't my biggest interview, but he was a pretty big one.
Well, I'm going to be your biggest interview.
Wow. Let's go. I could use a little increase in the AdSense this month.
Well, you know what? I could use a little love and some respect from some people out there, and to realize that, hey, I got my shit together. What would you think? Let me turn it around on you.
Okay.
All right, let's turn this around real quick.
Okay, I'm scared, but okay.
All right, so I walked in here. You have no idea who I am. All you see is a 10% outside perspective, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What would be your take on me at this point?
I seem like a good guy.
What else?
Creative. I like the hoodies.
What about my mental stability?
Like the AP?
How about my...
You seem pretty stable.
Stable?
Yeah. I mean, I was watching...
Do you feel like I'm schizophrenic? Do you know what schizophrenic is?
I do,
do you know
but I'm not sure that I'm qualified to diagnose you.
I can tell you. I can tell you what schizophrenic is.
Okay.
Schizophrenia is. Schizophrenia is when they go really high and they come back to the low. They don't have expressions on their face, so they're just like this the whole time.
You seem like you're feeling shit.
Right? They're just like this. That's what a schizophrenic is. They get so exhausted, and then they hear voices in their head and stuff like that. I don't hear voices. I hear my beats that I just sent you.
Mm. So do you feel like you were using the music to solve the stuff that you were dealing with?
I wrote the song Pyro. Listen to this. So, and by the way, I'm the one who pulled Pyro to everybody's, because all my fans are asking, "Why? Where's Pyro? Where's Pyro?" Well, guess what? I pulled it because Sony Records and Steve Zapp ripped me off, and I'm suing them.
Really?
Yeah.
So just this one song you pulled, or what?
Pyro.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pull, and I'm gonna get the whole album Love back.
And you're upset because you didn't get credited as the
No, I'm upset
producer?
because Steve Zapp wouldn't sign contracts with me before this deal.
Okay.
All right. And I kept telling him, let's sign contracts, because it was going on. I have my own record label, Rackus Records. Mm-hmm. So Rackus Records is what released the Love album.
So not
because
Rackus Records.
No, Rakkaus, which means love in Finnish, my native language.
Oh, nice.
Rackus.
Oh.
Rackus. So that's how you pronounce it.
Nice.
But listen, so this is Pyro. All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you the words. It says, I've got my mind right, you walk a fine line. I say I'm just fine, but you're gonna say I need more time. We slanging low blows, I skip the high road. Life as a pyro, I'ma watch it all burn down. I'ma watch it all burn down.
And you wrote this
down,
yourself.
down, 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 down. All the fire trucks and the ambulance, they can see the smoke when I light it up. We can't feel the flames till it's hot enough. I'm a pyro, don't wanna let go. She know what I know. Gaslight and explode, but then she'll put the fire out. I'm stuck in this place, so hot the glass breaks. How much can we take before we watch it all burn down? You feel me? So I'm saying, I've got my mind right. Nick, you walk a fine line. I say I'm just fine, but you all say I need more time. We slanging low blows. I skip the high road. Life as a pyro. I'm gonna watch it all burn down. You know what all the fans started saying, and Nick got all of his fans to say?
They took it as a threat?
They took it as a threat, and they said it got pulled. They were trying to say it got pulled down because of a threat. But I actually wrote that song about my ex-girlfriend, Lena.
Oh, okay. But does it apply?
Who assaulted me and hit me, and I got a restraining order against her.
Who was it that did this?
My ex-girlfriend.
Oh, it was from back when?
Voldemort.
So are we talking about Trisha, or are we talking about
Lena?
Lena, I know this other girl, Tana, that you were dating. What happened with that?
Tana who?
Tana Leah, the porn star girl?
Oh shit, I don't know. She sounds fine. She's fine.